This is going to be a demonstration of an antique Tesla coil that was built probably in the 30s or 40s, and recently I've decided to bring it back to life. I built a new secondary winding for it, a new secondary on a piece of PVC pipe. It has about 570 space-wound turns of wire on it. It's a vacuum tube type of Tesla coil. It's the fourth one I've built in my lifetime, but this is the first one that I've built that based on vacuum tube technology. So I'll give a demonstration first of all with just a simple threaded terminal on top to show what effect, how well it works. So here we go. Here we'll turn the power down somewhat and show some of the other effects that are typical things you can do with a Tesla coil. One thing that's always impressive is what you can do with fluorescent light bulbs. You can make them light up without any connection. You can short out the field with your body and turn off a portion of the tube. This is a 20-inch fluorescent tube. Here's a modern compact fluorescent light. You can see that it lights only a part of the fluorescent tube on it. The part that's getting the strong enough field to light it up. Now we'll add a terminal to it so that we can have another type of demonstration. I call this a whirligig. I'll turn off the video while I rig it up. Okay, so the whirligig is ready to go. We'll bring the power up and watch it do its thing. It's a type of propulsion due to the air being ionized and producing charges of the air molecules that are the same as on the whirligig, so it repels it, makes it spin similar to jet propulsion. The pattern is because of the little burst of energy that comes with each half cycle of the power line 60 cycle power. So each one is a simple, just a burst of 1/2 cycle. Here we have what is simply a burnt out old large clear glass light bulb, which produces a plasma display similar to what we see in the plasma balls that we can buy nowadays that will let us touch our fingers to them. But we won't touch this one because this produces enough power so that it can cause serious burns if you let the arc go directly to your skin. Okay, the whirligig is rigged up again. We'll get it going with some fairly high power and let the arc go to a rounded connection. Here we have it running at a pretty low power, just a small corona. and we can get the fluorescent light tubes to light up very nicely even fairly far away. Add a little more power. Now they're lighting up even further away. There's our compact fluorescent light. And there's our regular fluorescent light tube. It's really bright. Here's a quick visual tour of the Tesla coil with a room lighting on. It's in a wooden case. It's in its original wooden case, and the primary coil is still the original one, which is on a clear plastic piece of pipe, and the secondary coil, which I rewound, is here with just a. It still has the needle on it that lets the whirligig spin, and then this is a improvised tuning capacitor that's in an oil bath, and it's adjustable so that it can be brought to exactly the right place to tune the coil to the natural frequency of the secondary. The coil runs at 910 kilohertz with this sphere on top, or with no sphere it runs at 1100 kilohertz. It's powered by this microwave oven power transformer, which is a pretty powerful transformer, in that it was originally from a 700 watt microwave oven. It puts out over 2,000 volts when fully excited, and the amount of input voltage to it is controlled by this really large 20 amp variac, which if I take a hold of the knob, you can see it's a rather large one. Well, it's a really big one. So that's just a quick tour of the coil itself. There's some hardware inside the wooden case, some high voltage capacitors, and some power resistors that are used to provide the circuitry needed to make it operate. It's really quite simple electronically. And the tops of the two Type 811 vacuum tubes, we see the parasitic oscillation suppressing choke coils and associated resistors that are inside the coils. These prevent spurious oscillations that can absorb power and burn out the vacuum tubes. This is the original terminal strip that was on it when I got it. The green wires are the really important ones because they are providing a safety ground for from two different sources to make sure that it's entirely safe. The secondary output voltage, although it's extremely high in the hundreds of thousands of volts, it will not shock you, but the arc has enough energy in it, enough power to really cause serious skin burns that are deep and take a long time to heal up. So they're termed RF burns, or radio frequency burns, and they're known to be really nasty. I've had a couple of them in the past, but all you have to have is a lot of respect when you work with one of these.